Hello, welcome to our live session. And today we are going to talk about agile transformation in an enterprise environment. And happy New Year, and let's have a conversation. One of the questions, if you happen to be in the field of agile, is you always constantly come across is how have you supported agile transformation in your company. You might be working at the team level, you might be working at the enterprise level, you might be working at the uh, program level. In most of the cases, you are going to deal with agile transformation. So the key question we want to answer today is what is the concept of agile transformation? Right. And I know many people often use the terms, I help my team transition from waterfall to agile. What exactly does it mean by helping a team transition from waterfall to agile? This is a conversation we're going to have on today. And if you actually stay to the end, we're going to keep it within 30 minutes. And we also create enough room to answer your questions about agile transformation, how it's working for you, and what you can do to get it much better. Welcome to the Scrum chat room with Dr. Francis Bunya. Of course, I definitely want to know where you're watching from so that I can give you a shout out all the way from Dallas, Texas. But then, we don't waste time. We go straight to the point. So, the first question I want to answer today, that's going to introduce us to understanding what agile transformation is all about, is to answer the question, why agile transformation? Why should we be transforming, or why should we even be talking about agile? What happened to what the company or the corporate or the individuals have been doing, that out of a sudden we want to start talking about transformation, right? So that give us now the foundation of what agile transformation is all about. So when we talk about agile transformation, it simply means that we want a better state of something. Agile transformation simply means that we want a better state. We want to get it to a better state, right? And in most of the cases, because we don't clearly understand the intent of agile transformation, we face a lot of resistance in the field while supporting our teams. And this is where the biggest challenge coming from. But when we understand the purpose of transformation, you understand that everyone who actually come across the term or whom you are helping will obviously be willing to interact with you, right? So the key or the biggest value for agile, or how we say agile to any company, is that it's going to help you become much better, right? Everybody want a better version of themselves, right? If someone say, hey, I can help you do more, everyone's like, oh yeah, tell me, I want to know how I can do more. So that is now the core concept. That's the brain behind agile transformation. Because if the approach is not going to help us do more, why are we transforming? Definitely, we there's no need to transform if we cannot do more. So agile transformation help every business to become more agile. Now, there's a term which we call business agility. Business agility is the outcome of any agile transformation. And business agility simply means that it helps us to respond faster to change. It helps us to respond faster to change. The profitability for any enterprise, for any business, is the ability to respond to changing market scenarios, right? For instance, if we have, let's say, the stock market actually falling really deep today, right? It affects not just the stock market, it affects many other people or other industries that are connected to the stock market. Now, when a company is affected in terms of the income, in terms of their purchasing capacity, in terms of their profit capacity, what is the strategy they can leverage in order to bounce back? Right. So that's the brain behind agile transformation. Now, if let's consider you a guru, let's consider you an expert, right? And let's say a company that has actually not embraced agile says, oh, we've been hearing a lot about agile, and we see that you're a certified agile professional. We want to see how can you help us embrace the concept of agile. What exactly are you going to do to help them embrace the journey of agile? So I'm going to give you a key component step, right, which you can implement in order to help a company that has never been exposed to agile actually go agile. Now, the first step to any change, remember, agile transformation, it's all about change. We're changing to a new way of doing stuff. But the way to sell change to somebody is to tell them that you actually not asking them to change anything, right? The way to help someone going through a challenge, solve that challenge, is to tell them that what, hey, look, I do understand your problem. I know it is there. My goal is not to tell you that it's not there, but to look at how I can help you achieve the result, right? The result of agile transformation is not changing from waterfall to agile. No, we are not changing. The result is that we are looking for ways to implement better business solutions so that your company can become profitable. Now, you realize the biggest misunderstanding why we have many companies resisting this is first of all because of the understanding, because of the language. Now, in that case, the first step for you to help a company achieve, like, oh, we want you to help us in agile transformation or so, it's not like, okay, let's start training your team. No, understand the future state. Why do you actually need to engage in agile? How is it going to help you? Where do you want to be in the next 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years? Now, when they give you their future outcome, where they want to be, this is the data that you use to help them drive them towards that future outcome. Now, you realize that I did not start by saying that, oh, let's start training your team on how to do XYZ. The first step in successfully helping any company to go or to transform is to understand what is their future state, what do they want to achieve. When you find out what you want they want to achieve, which is their business outcome, then you help them now gain clarity on how adopting some certain flexibility approaches, which is called agile, but at this point we don't want to call it agile. Okay, let's look at how we can structure your team, we can structure your organization to get to this goal faster. So if agile transformation is not helping us get into our goal faster, there is no need for us to do it. We've seen company who implemented agile and it ended them in a much worse situation compared to where they are. And I have the opportunity to talk to many Scrum Master, many Agile coaches, and other practitioners daily, and we realize that one of the biggest challenge that they face while at work is not the fact that people are resisting, or they don't want to change, or they don't have an agile mindset. It's in a communication of how we want to help them navigate towards where they want to go. I'll give you a typical example. Right. Have been coaching someone who is working on a team, and that team doesn't want to hear the word agile. They don't want to hear the word scrum. They don't want to hear the word Kanban. And this person was brought in to see how they can help this team actually move their ticket to Jira, and then start talking or start speaking on the ticket on Jira. Now, this is how the management actually stated. Please, one of the biggest goal we want you to do for us is to get this team to move their story from OneNote to Jira, and they start reporting on Jira so that we can have transparency. And whenever any person who have been sent to help this team, they said, no, we're good. We've been doing this for 8 years. We have no problem. So we definitely don't see a reason why you want to ask us to move our story to Jira just because you want us to start talking transparency. We don't, we already have all of this. So there's no need for us to do that. And now, when this person came to me and like, hey, look, I have a very big tax, and I've been assigned with this tax, and the team don't want to hear about Jira. They don't want to hear anything about transparency. They feel they are good. What do you think I can do? I say, okay. The first thing about agile transformation has nothing to do with Jira, has nothing to do with Scrum, has nothing to do with Kanban. It has more to do with how can we support you improve on your processes and get your result much better. So I said, when you get to this team, don't tell them, don't teach them about the benefit of Jira, don't teach them about the benefit of Scrum or Kanban. It's a very simple question. What is the most important result you want to achieve? I'm here to support you in that journey. And then the manager of that team actually sat them down and have a conversation on where they want to go to, what they are having, what are the major challenges. I said, okay. She noted every point down. She said, okay, I'm going to just come to your ceremony and observe. And if there is any point I can support, I'm going to ask you to, chime in to support. And they did that for the next 4 weeks. And all they did was trying to talk to their different team members, understanding exactly what they want in terms of result, right? Try to understand what do they want in terms of result, understanding their work and all of that. Now, when they started understanding their work and they feel they were part of them, that they could now listen to them. And then they're like, okay, now, after observing all of this, what is a better way that you can help us based on this? He said, okay, now I do understand how you document this process from A to B, and we do understand this. Now, this is an option for you. This is not something I want you to do, but this is an option for you. The option is, if you want to gain more transparency and if you want to be able to track your work on what has been happening for the past 6 months, now there is an attribute that Jira can help you do that. It's like, oh yeah, this is one of the problems we've been facing. Now, this is somebody that would not want to hear anything about Scrum or Jira. Now, what's the difference is because the previous people who wanted to assist them were all about, oh, Jira is good, it's better than this, it's going to help you do A, B, C, D, without actually taking time to understand what these people were doing, observe, and then acknowledge that what they were doing is great. I often say that if you're in the world of Agile or if you're in the world of Scrum, it's more like a relationship, right? And even the leaders don't understand this. This is the sad part of it. So that when you get into a company, they're like, oh, you know what? We want you to do A, B, C. This is what we hire you to do. We need you to get us the result as soon as possible. And then we're like, oh, my manager want me to do this. And then we go ahead and start doing it. And then it fails back. It's like, you're not achieving your result. But I did everything you asked me to do. So what's the problem here? Understand that implementing agile, it's like you getting in a relationship. Just imagine you get in a relationship, and within the next 1 or 2 days you're asking your spouse or your partner, oh, are you going to marry me, are you going to take a flight to me, without building that rapport. What help people open up in any team formation is how you're able to build that rapport with them based on your interpersonal skill. People only listen to you if you care about them, right? Now, if I come on this live and I don't actually share what will help you advance at work, you're not going to listen to me. I'm not going to have anybody show on here, right? If I come and I talk about myself, after 2 or 3 shows, no one is going to attend. So Transformation is not about agile, it's not about scrum, it's not about Kanban. It's about helping the business look at the future state and helping them show that the future state is more promising compared to what they're doing. Now, you do this first by asking them the question, where do we want to go? Where do we want to see ourselves? And then by then you're able to lay down a strategy or a strategy or get help them gain clarity on how they can move to the future state. And one of the way anyone who is interested in growth can move to a future state is accountability, right? And this is also the same for those who are looking for scrum job. It's accountability. Now, when this accountability is missing, if we're not able to evaluate every little component of what we are doing and how we can improve it, right, we are all just doing a lot of activity without aiming for result. So now, when you help them that way, at that moment we can now present agile because agile help us to be accountable in all of the aspects. But remember, we don't start by introducing Agile. We start by getting clarity where they want to go. Now, Agile only come in as a presentation that help them see clearly how it can help them go to where they want to go. So if this urgency is not created at a tipping point where they can realize that what they want to implement will help them go to the next spot, you're just wasting your time. And that is why it's very dangerous when you get into a team and you already start saying, oh, you don't have daily stand up, oh, your meetings are too long, we need to swap to A, B, C, D. It's just like you don't care about us. You don't appreciate what we're doing. You just want us to do a couple of stuff we don't understand. All right. So when we get this first step, the next thing that we do is what? Is now to sit with the leaders and understand and define goals. What are the goals? They are not your goals. There's what they want. Now sit with them, you asking them questions that now prop out where they want to go to, and you're documenting them as the strategy or the step you that will enforce you helping them. Now, when you gather all of this information, that is what now gives you the insight on what is the best approach that will help them get to where they want to go to. And you don't start by changing the whole company or the whole department at once. You start is one step at a time. One step at a time. What is the best approach that will help us get to the result we want to get, right? And what is the first step we need to take? Now, until we help the leaders understand why there is a change and then help them understand how agile transformation will help them go to where they are going to, it doesn't matter how beautiful the structure we put in place, it's going to just fall down one day. Right. So, what's the summary? In order to help a company transition, the first is that you need to do what? Listen. Ask them, where do you want to go? Where do you want to be? Understand their future state. Sit with those who have the power to pull the shot, those who have the power to make a decision. Talk to them, interview them, understand what they want. Now, at this point, you're gathering information that you're not going to use it at your buy in. You're buying in. When you're buying in at the first step of your transformation, you are not opposing any leader. Yes, what you're saying is right. Now you seek to meet them. You meet them where they are. You understand why they think the way they think, and then you sit them on the table by using powerful questioning. You reason together and come up with a strategy that will help us move ahead. And when this happen now, we can now go and start designing what our OKRs, our strategies, and looking at investment funding and looking at what are the engineering processes that we're going to put in place. Are we going to go scale? Are we starting one team at a time? All of that come after we have done our assignment. Right. So that's the baseline for transformation. Now, let me bring it down to the team level, since also most of the people that are listening are from the perspective of Scrum, right? How will you help a team transition? The first thing is that you need to observe and understand what the team is doing. What's the team goal? What do they want to achieve? And when you understand and document all of this, now you can now have a conversation by building your perspective from what they are doing that is working, and being able to do a gap analysis. When they're able to see that what they want to do will help them get better result, nobody will resist, right? And we do this by building relationship, by having a one-on-one meeting with the different team members, so that we can understand the value they're bringing into the team. When you understand the value somebody bring to your life, to your team, what happened? You can appreciate them more. You can communicate with them in a value-added approach. So that's all. Communication, collaboration will set the future goals to go. All right. There might be a couple of other details step by step, by who to train, how to set the team. It's a whole details, but this is the entrance. And if you ever find yourself in any environment where you're trying to say agile transformation to a company, you're trying to say agile transformation to a team, it's not about Scrum is flexible, Scrum is good, Scrum help you do relentless improvement. No, it's about, hey, we're looking forward to achieve better businesses, and then understanding what exactly we want to achieve, and then painting a picture on how agile transformation can help them achieve more. Agile transformation help us to get our product to the market faster. Why? Because it enable what? Incremental delivery, fast learning cycle. If you look at the foundation for any agile framework, the two things: continuous learning and improvement, and then leadership, right? Leader mindset, a growth mindset, which means we want to learn. And for you to learn, you need to be willing to do what? To get the best, invest in yourself, and all of that. Okay, perfect. So that was a tip of what is the foundation of agile transformation. If you have your questions, drop your questions now. I think I have about 6 minutes to respond to any question on agile transformation. And tomorrow I'm also going to be live the same time, 12:30 Central Time. And tomorrow, what I'm going to talk about handling conflict and resistance in an agile environment. Handling conflict and resistance. What are the different strategy? What are the different facilitation technique you can leverage in order to handle conflict and resistance in an agile environment? Right. And also, um before we round up with our session for today, I always have the tendency, when I come on live, I want to have 5 people. There are only 5 spots. I'm guessing maybe not even up to 5 spots, that we want to understand where they want to go, right? You want to ask questions, not for everyone that's trying to know. If you feel like, okay, I've been doing XYZ and I feel like I'm tied on one corner, I don't know exactly what to do, or I'm trying to figure out how to help my team move to XYZ, or I'm working as an agile lead in a company and I need some ideas on how to do ABCD, then I always have 30 minutes to have a conversation with you and to see how I can be of help. I'm not promising I have all the solutions, but trust me, even if I don't have, by us having a forth and back conversation, we should be able to get you to the right solution. So do well, like I just put my number on my screen. Send me a text or drop me a direct message on LinkedIn or on a YouTube. Okay, on YouTube or wherever you're watching for, you can just comment down. I'll try to check that. For the first 5 people, I'll try as much as possible to to pay attention. For the first five people that will get the link, right? For the people who are not among the first five, what I will do is I'll actually prioritize you for tomorrow. So if you don't get a link today, um, tomorrow you might be in the link. If we have more than five today, tomorrow I'm not going to announce for the free sessions because I want to go with the first five people that will do that. Now, if you're booking an appointment, just a point of emphasis, my calendar is only open for the next 3 days. So tomorrow it's Wednesday, so it's only open for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? So not more than 3 days. Um, if you book an appointment and for any reason you cannot make it there, make sure you cancel on time. Make sure you cancel on time. Cancel on time. There's no rescheduling. Cancel on time. And then maybe whenever there's another opportunity, you can have the chance to book. All right. If there's any question, I'm definitely going to answer it. If not, hello to Mensa from Ghana. Hello, Mr. Nelson. Thank you for watching. Stephanie, um, Eloy, hey, thank you for watching. Michael from the UK. Edith from Atlanta. Thank you for watching. Sandra, Coach Sandra from North Carolina. I see Binta watching from North Carolina. Pamela from Manchester, and Carista from Dallas, Texas. Hello, Dallas, and hello, everybody. Do have a good afternoon. I'm going to see you tomorrow. Oh, I have OJ from Minnesota, and Gabriel watching us from New Jersey. A big shout out to all our agile practitioners in the house. And I'm going to see you on the other side. Have a good afternoon and a good evening for all our family connecting from the UK. I'll see you tomorrow. And if you want me to actually uh, talk on any topic, if you want me to talk on any topic, I'm just going to give 1 minute. You can drop that topic down here. I'll try to plan to talk about that topic, right? If you want me to talk on any topic, you can drop the topic also in the comment box. I'll try as much as possible to plan to talk on that topic. All right. And I think that's going to be somewhere late next month. We are going to be running a workshop. It's not going to be 30-minute workshop. It's going to be about a 3 to 4 hours workshop where we can sit and really bounce idea. I'm working on that. Not yet promised, but something I'm going to happen. And if it does happen, I'm going to actually announce and get everyone to enroll so that we can have a better conversation. Okay, have a great. Oh, the place of business analyst in Agile. I think we had that conversation, right? The recordings are going to be shared soon. Dr. Simo is going to make sure all of those recordings will be shared on social media, and I'm going to reshare the link when we get that. Yeah, we had a conversation about that. How to have difficult conversation. We are going to talk about that tomorrow. I will talk about how to handle a resistance. Resistance is all about having difficult conversation. So tomorrow, definitely, I'm going to address that. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. I'll see you then.